Bit of a change in the weather today in the north. We've got some thicker cloud, rain or showers across northern Scotland, eventually slipping into Northern Ireland and Northern England. But for the rest of England and Wales, another dry, sunny and very warm day. Absolutely, it's always a pleasure to see Billy. Good morning, everybody. Now, the weather is set to change really from today for some of us, and then for all of us as we go through the next couple of days. It's going to turn much cooler. We will see some rain, not all of us though, and it's going to turn that bit windier as well. But today what we have is high pressure dominating the weather with this weather front sinking south. Now that front is already bringing some showery outbreaks of rain. It's a cold front, and behind it the air is going to start to turn cooler from today. But as we go through tomorrow and into Thursday, look at the blues returning to the charts, and we lose the ambers. We hang on to some yellows further south. So first thing this morning, there's some mist and fog to clear. Then we're looking at a lot of dry weather, fair bit of sunshine. But across northern Scotland, there's quite a bit of cloud and also some outbreaks of rain. Now through the day, some of that showery rain will spread south, getting into southern Scotland, Northern Ireland and also northern England. And you could also hear the odd rumble of thunder coming out of that. So temperature-wise, 12 in Stornoway. Compared to yesterday when it was 24 or 25, you'll notice the difference. Whereas in the south, we're looking at 27 or 28. Through this evening and overnight, the rain heads south again, pushing across northern England in through Wales. Some of this will be heavy, not quite getting into the far southeast, and drying up across western Scotland and Northern Ireland. Temperatures, well, it's not going to be a cold night for most of us. We are staying in double figures. So rain is in the forecast, but the rain is very hit and miss, especially where we're going to see the heavy rain, and it's been so bone dry for many of us during the course of May. So as we head on into Wednesday, we still will have that rain, but as I mentioned, it's going to be hit and miss. The heaviest rain looks like being parts of Wales, southwest England, Gloucestershire, parts of the Midlands, for example. We might see some in East Anglia and the southeast. If we do, it's not going to be a huge amount. And behind it, again, something drier and brighter, but nonetheless, we could still see some showers across parts of Scotland and Northern Ireland. Another feature of the weather tomorrow will be the wind, gusting across northern England, Northern Ireland, Scotland, West Wales, for example, around about 30 miles an hour, possibly 40 for some. So that will make it feel cool, and the temperatures are coming down anyway. Instead of 28 today, it's going to be 20 in London tomorrow. I'll show you the average temperatures for this time of year. Here they are, 15 to about 19. By Thursday, you will feel the draft literally, as those temperatures will be below average. Lou and John.
Gosh, that's going to be quite a change, isn't it, Carol? We've become used to it.
That's very true, very true, and we will notice it.
That'll teach us to complain about it being too...
Right, good morning, everybody. Yes, there's a big change in the way. Over the next few days, it's going to turn much cooler and breezier. When you think many of us have had temperatures in the mid to the high 20s, we'll see temperatures by Thursday below average. And Friday night into Saturday, in northern Scotland, above about 600 metres, we could see some sleet and some snow. Yes, you heard that correctly. Today what we've got though is high pressure in charge. Weather front sinking south is introducing some rain, and that will continue to move south through the day. Behind it, we pull in some cooler conditions. The other thing to watch out for today is the pollen levels. Grass pollen high or very high across Northern Ireland, England and also Wales. So a lot of dry weather to start the day, a lot of sunshine. Across Scotland there's more cloud, and we're seeing some showery outbreaks of rain. Through the day, the cloud and the showers will move further south, getting into southern Scotland, some into northern England and Northern Ireland, and some of those will also prove to be thundery, particularly late afternoon and also late morning, actually, for that matter. So come south of those showers, we're back into the sunshine with temperatures getting up as high as 26 or 27 in the south, but noticeably cooler across the far north of Scotland. Through this evening and overnight, that rain sinks southwards. Some of it will be heavy. It's not going to be a cold night. There'll be a fair bit of cloud around, but clear skies in the west later. The headlines are next.
Well, yeah.
That's right, John. Things are going to change. Temperatures will get back to where they should be, and by Thursday just a little bit below where they should be for this stage in June. So it is turning much cooler. It's going to be breezy, and what we have today is high pressure dominating our weather. We've also got this weather front sinking south, and this is the change maker. It's bringing in some rain this morning, more cloud, and behind it some cooler conditions. So when we lose any mist that we've got left, we're looking at a dry day across much of England and Wales with a lot of sunshine and feeling warm. Whereas for Scotland and then increasingly Northern Ireland and Northern England, it's going to be cloudy cloudier with some showery outbreaks of rain. And some of those could be heavy and thundery, particularly in northeast and southern Scotland, northeast England, and also in some of those in Northern Ireland. Feel cooler behind that band of rain as well. But as we come back south in the sunshine, we're looking at highs up to 26, 7 or possibly locally 28. Now through this evening and overnight, our weather front continues to push southwards, taking some heavier bursts of rain into southern Scotland, northern England and Wales, not quite reaching the far southeast by the time we get to the end of the night, and drying up in western Scotland and Northern Ireland. Most of us staying in double figures, so another mild night, but cooler across the far north. So tomorrow we pick up that weather front sinking south. Some of this rain will be heavy through Wales, Gloucestershire, parts of the Midlands, the southwest for example, but again a hit and miss as we push farther southwards and eastwards. The other feature of tomorrow's weather will be the wind, a gusty northerly wind gusting 30 or 40 miles an hour across the northern half of the country. So temperatures are going to be lower anyway. Add on the strength of that wind and it will feel cooler. And just before I go, John rightly said it's been so warm recently. Friday night into Saturday morning, above 600 metres in the north of Scotland, we might see some sleet or some snow.
Thank you, Carol. Thank you very much
Carol,
indeed.
I cannot believe the change is going to be...
Lovely blue skies first thing this morning, though, as you can see from our Weather Watchers picture taken here in Hampshire. But as John rightly said, the weather is changing. It's going to turn cooler. Some of us will see some rain, but the rain, as you'll see, will be fairly hit and miss. Today, high pressure is still firmly in charge of our weather, but we do have this weather front sinking south. It's a cold front. It will bring some rain, and behind it, the air is going to turn colder. Not just today, but also through the next few days. Watch how the blues start sliding down the country, replacing the yellows and the ambers for most. So first thing this morning, there's a lot of dry weather, a lot of sunshine around, especially for England, Wales, southern Scotland and Northern Ireland. For northern Scotland, you've got more cloud and some showery outbreaks of rain. And through the day, they'll slip southwards, getting into southern Scotland, northern England and Northern Ireland. And some of those could be heavy and thundery. But for the rest of England and Wales, it remains dry, sunny and warm. Temperatures 25, 26, possibly as high locally as 28. But note the difference. Yesterday in northwest Scotland, the temperature was about 26 degrees. Today, it's dropping to 12. You will definitely notice that. Now, as we head on through the evening and overnight, still a lot of dry weather to start with, but our weather front sinks south, taking some heavier bursts of rain across southern Scotland, northern England, the North Midlands and also Wales. It doesn't quite make it to the far southeast by the end of the night, and it dries up in western Scotland and Northern Ireland. Not a cold night. In fact, for most of us, it's going to be another mild one. So you've seen where we've got the rain. It is hit and miss across the UK, and it will be again as we move on into Thursday. So this is Wednesday, first of all, our weather front sinking southwards. Some heavy bursts, Wales, the southwest, the Midlands. It might get into the southeast and East Anglia. If it does, you won't see much. Behind it, brighter, but the wind will be a feature. Gusty winds, a gustily northerly wind. So in the northern half of the country, gusting 30 to 40 miles an hour. And with the temperatures lower tomorrow than they're going to be today anyway, well, it will feel cooler. The average temperatures at this stage in June are roughly between 15 and 19. By the time we get to Thursday, can you believe this? They're going to be below average, between about 10 and 16 degrees. I'll have more weather later, but next are the headlines.
What?
Good morning. That's right, Lou. You were paying attention. There is the chance Friday night into Saturday morning above 600 metres in northern Scotland, we could see some snow and some sleet, which is quite incredible when you think we've had the warmest day of the year so far in the Highlands on the 29th of May when it reached 28.3 Celsius. We can kiss goodbye to those levels after today. Some of us still seeing high temperatures. The weather is going to change. And you can see this beautiful Weather Watchers picture this morning from Broadstairs in Kent. Bit of sunshine around, but we are going to see some rain in the forecast in the next few days. Now, the rain's going to be fairly hit and miss where we get it and how much. It's also going to turn cooler and breezier, and that breeze or the wind, depending which day we're talking about, will be coming from the north. So first thing this morning, a lot of dry weather around for England, Wales, Northern Ireland and southern Scotland. There'll be some sunshine, but already we've got cloud and rain across the north of Scotland. That's going to slip southwards. We hang on across the Channel Islands, Isles of Scilly, the Isle of Wight and the rest of England and Wales too. That sunshine could catch the odd shower in the north of England through the course of the afternoon, as you could in Northern Ireland. But most of the rain and the showers are going to be in Scotland, and some of this could be heavy and also thundery. One thing you'll notice is as the front, which is a cold front sinking south, takes the rain south, it's going to turn much colder behind it. Yesterday in the Northwest Highlands it was 26 degrees. Today it's going to be 12. But ahead of it we're still looking at high temperatures. In Liverpool, for example, 22 degrees, but somewhere in the southeast could hit 27 or 28 this afternoon. Then that's it for those high temperatures for now. Overnight tonight, our band of rain continues to sink southwards, taking some heavy bursts across southern Scotland, northern England and also Wales. It doesn't get into the southeast and it dries up behind it, mostly in western Scotland and Northern Ireland. It's not going to be a particularly cold night, most of us staying in double figures. So we pick up this rain tomorrow as it continues its descent southeastwards. The heaviest burst, Wales, southwest England, the Midlands, Gloucestershire. We may see some in the southeast. If we do, we're not expecting huge amounts. And behind it, something brighter, but still with the risk of showers. But note the temperatures, they've gone down across the board. We're looking at highs of 18 in London by the time we get to tomorrow. Couple that with a brisk northerly wind, gusting 30 to 40 miles an hour in the northern half of the country. It's going to feel much cooler. And then as we head into Thursday, we could see showers almost anywhere. It's going to be a cloudier day, it will be a cool day, and it's going to be a breezy day. And temperatures, again, nothing to write home about. In fact, if anything, the temperatures on Thursday are going to be below average. You can never say the weather's dull, can you, John and Lou?
Listen, there's somebody listening to you, a very old, I'm going to say he's an old friend,